Now we're on to the two numbers for Otho, both of which were cut. This is the first one called The Box. Now, to say that Mark Kaufman, our executive producer, hated this song would be an understatement. He never liked it. He didn't like it so much that I would whenever I saw like a box, like a cardboard box or a little cube or something, I'd take a photo of it and just email it to him. Just to give him the shits. Just little boxes. And there's a great traffic sign in New York, in Manhattan, which is like a road sign, like don't block the box. And that blew my mind. So I would take photos of that and send it to Mark as well. Just to annoy him. And anyway, we knew the song was in jeopardy. We were doing a kind of a lab that went for about 5 weeks at a college downtown in Manhattan. And I decided that the song needed a bridge. And so I wrote a bridge for the song. I mean, the original idea of this was after an article I read that, our consciousness is going to be put into like an online server and we're going to live sort of eternally in a server and we won't need our disgusting bodies. And Otho was very much a tech guru at that point in character development who had developed this box and was a sham, but he was sort of selling it. And the thing about, development is, you can write something new and people can hate the idea of it, but at least you get to put it on its feet. And I always this thing where like if I liked something that other people didn't, I didn't want it to die like in a corner on its own with nobody watching. I wanted it to die on stage so at least we could all see it, because if it has a chance to succeed, that's where it's going to succeed. So I wrote this bridge. I gave it to the actor who at that point was playing Otho. And he did the song, and it did not go well. No, nobody's fault. It just didn't work. So, I hear this little voice over my shoulder saying, "Eddie, can I talk to you in the lobby?" And it was Mark Kaufman, and I'm like, right, here we go. So I went up into the lobby. And Mark, who was I don't want to paint a picture of Mark being like a nasty guy. He's an absolute sweetheart and a huge champion of me and my music. I mean, let's face it, he never met me. I was some weird Australian who sent in a couple of MP3s on an email, and he gave me the keys to an entire Warner Brothers Broadway musical. Like, that is faith. And all the way through the process, always had my back. So whenever he didn't like something, it was fine. We could talk about it. It was good. And that's why I'm telling you this story, because if I had a horrible time with him, I wouldn't be telling this story. So he pulls me into the lobby and he goes, I hate the box. I really hate it. I hate the box so much that I wish it was dead. I wish it didn't exist, and I wish you would cut it. But if you're not cutting it, you cannot have that bridge. You've basically put a bridge that I hate inside a song that I hate. I hate all of it, but I really hate the bridge. Can you please cut the bridge? And I was like, okay. And then Alex Timbers, the director, was like, did you talk to Mark? And I'm like, yeah, I said I would cut the bridge. He's like, why did you agree to that? I was like, man, I can't. The hate count on that conversation was so long. He hated it. I can't do it. I can't do it to him. Anyway, we ended up cutting the whole song. We used to have like acolytes and with like these weird wigs on. It was very weird, this moment. Lasers. And I liked the kind of Kanye West idea of, this kind of guy who's sort of futuristic, talking about living in a box forever. Anyway, that got cut. But for your enjoyment, with the bridge that Mark Kaufman hates, this is The Box.